Well, we moved from one of my hyperfixations to my other hyperfixation. I did the dot.hack GU recode a couple years back, but with the announcement of dot.hack Z.E.R.O, I figured, why not go through the original games? Plus, one of the lead directors for Z.E.R.O has said that revisiting the original games would help with stuff for Z.E.R.O.
Der Mann des Schattens, auf der Suche nach dem Abendrachen, ist noch nicht zurückgekommen. Der Herd der Finsternis grollt. Helba, Königin der Finsternis, stellt schließlich ein Heer auf. Alparon, König des Lichts, grüßt sie. Und sie treffen sich am Fuße des Regenbogens. Die verfluchte Welle muss gemeinsam bekämpft werden. Der See von Alba brodelt. Der große Baum des Lichts fällt. Alle Macht zerfällt zu Tropfen im Tempel von Arche Köln. Wesen ohne Schatten, ihre Welt zerfällt zu nichts. Der Mann des Schattens auf der Suche nach dem Abenddrachen kehrt niemals mehr zurück.
Okay, user registration is done. Now for a name. Yasuhiko's probably already there waiting for me. I'd better hurry.
Registration process for the world is finished. Reconfirming your name and character name. So, a thing with Kite is, unlike the majority of other characters in the series, he has no actual established real-world name or name outside of the game. Like, for GU, there's Haseo, who is real Misaki when offline. And a bunch of other characters have their names. Kite is the only one that doesn't. There is some information that from the dot.hack archives, they proposed the surname Kuromochi, but there are a few different given names that were proposed for Kite, but apparently none of them were really used. The first one is actually one of two, either Daichi or Riku, to refer to land as a contrast to Azure Sea and Azure Sky, which we'll get to. The second is Kaito, which would just be kite in Japanese, which is also interesting, given that the original version of dot.hack was intended to be a game about a thief, a phantom thief, Kaito. So that would have been a fairly fitting thing to carry forward into what dot.hack became. Another option is Yutaka. There's no real mention as to what that name means in relation to anything else. And the last name is Asahi. Final Fantasy XIV fans are going to get very angry at this one. But honestly, I do think Kite would be the kind of person who would name his character after himself to a fashion, because we do also meet other characters in the game who do that. So I'm honestly perfectly fine with Kite's offline name being Kaito. Also, you can change Kite's name entirely. It doesn't have to be Kite, because his name is never spoken in this game. Well, we're registering with Kaito and character name of Kite. User registration is approved. To start the game, select the world from your desktop. Please enjoy the world. See, from CC Corporation, version update. The system of the world has been updated to version 2.75. With this update, the following elements have been added. Monster tolerances. For a group of monsters, certain physical or magical attacks will cause 0 damage because of their defense mechanisms. Elemental hit. Attack with elemental skills that are opposite the monster attribute, and it will result in double 2x the damage. Treasure chest items. You may obtain different items depending on the type of treasure chests. Many items are now available from the GOT statue. For more details, please see the version update information listed on the board. Thank you. Thank you for registering. This is a notification mail to complete the registration process. The world, the game, is comprised of several servers. The adventure begins by inputting codes at the Chaos Gates in root towns, which are located in each of the servers. Let me introduce you to the servers and root towns. Aqua Capital, Makanu, the Delta server root town. Makanu means the son of a goddess. There are waterways throughout the town. The sounds and the scenery will bring you peace. Highland City, Dunlureg, Theta server, root town. Dunlureg means the Weaver Guardian. It is a city protected by sprites with buildings made of rocks coexisting with nature. The wind will challenge adventurers on their quest. Cultural City Carmina Gadalisa, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Lambda server root town. Carmina Gadalisa means the Song of Gale. It is a metropolis, a fusion of science and traditional cultural knowledge. Ariel City, Fort Ulf, Sigma server root town. Fort Ulf means the Fort of Elves. It originated as a fort built in preparation for a war with Carmina Gadalisa. But since the peace agreement, it has acted as a watchtower for monsters. Relic City, Lea Fael, Omega server root town. Lea Fael means the Stone of Destiny. This city was a holy ground of the Tartarga people before the Great War, but it was destroyed by the Carmina Gadalisa forces, which did not like the idea. Please choose them at the Chaos Gate in the root town. It is recommended you play in Delta server while your level is low. Now, let's go on an adventure. And from Yasuhiko. Registered yet? Hey, did you finish registering? What kind of character are you? Oh, and like I said at school, you'll regret it if you use a smart-ass name. I'm Orca in the world, so keep that in mind. Don't call me by my real name. You can be a different person when you're there. Well, more like the guy you want to be. Anyway, I'll be at Root Town. And there's a bunch of other details that we can check out, but I'll be doing that over time eventually. But that one email did say to check the version update information. Welcome to version 2.5. Several new elements were added to version 2.75. We will now explain each element in detail. Elemental Tolerance. Element Tolerance is a monster-specific tolerance where a monster receives 0 damage from element skills. It is tolerant to a specific element such as fire. For example, if you cast Vakdon to a fire element tolerant monster, it will do no damage. Use a non-elemental attack, such as basic attacks, or other element attacks. If a monster has a tolerance, it will be displayed in the right side of its name. Physical Tolerance. Physical Tolerance is a monster-specific tolerance that allows them to remain undamaged from a physical skill. If an enemy with physical tolerance is encountered inside the dungeon and there is no one in the party with magic skills, then that enemy cannot be defeated. Always have someone in your party that has magic skills. It is also advised to equip armor with magic skills and scrolls on reserve. Don't forget that warrior-type characters can equip Wave Master's armor. If a monster has a tolerance, it will be displayed on the right side of its name. And already, compared to dot.hack GU, we have several differences. Magic is much more usable and much more powerful than in dot.hack GU. As far as GU is concerned, magic is pretty much redundant. You really don't need to use it. But here, switching between magic and physical attacks is an actual part of the gameplay mechanic. And of course, with the element tolerance and student elemental hit, magic is incredibly useful. But it also mentioned to equip armor with magic skills. I'll show that off, but that's one part of the game that not a lot of people like, but as a gameplay mechanic, it actually has its strategic uses. You don't always want to take the most powerful equipment with you. Sometimes you want to go with weaker equipment that have different skills or magic for the situation. Speaking of, magic tolerance. Magic tolerance is a monster-specific tolerance that allows them to remain undamaged from a magical skill. If an enemy with magic tolerance is encountered inside the dungeon, virtually all attacks by a Wave Master will have no effect. If there is a Wave Master in your party, place him or her on standby and concentrate on recovering party members. If a monster has a tolerance, it will be displayed on the right side of its name. So they also mentioned Wave Master both in physical tolerance and magic tolerance. Wave Master is the only magic casting class in this game. Or primarily magic casting. Their physical attacks are utter garbage. Every job can learn magic, but Wave Masters are pretty much the utility mage. They are your nuke, they are your support, they are your healers. Anything you want out of a mage class is in the Wave Master. Which seems like a bad idea, making a single dedicated mage job, but GU decided to rebalance it by splitting the Wave Master into the Harvest Cleric, Shadow Warlock, and Macabre Dancer, which each focus on different things. Harvest Cleric being primarily healing magic, Shadow Warlock primarily offensive magic, and the Macabre Dancer primarily status magic. Now, canceling tolerance. All of the tolerance explained above can be cancelled by decreasing the status parameter with magic skills and items. For example, canceling Earth Element Tolerance. Decrease the monster's Earth Element status by using Deck Guns or Stonebane. Canceling Water Element Tolerance. Using Deck Rium or Waterbane. Fire Element, Deck Vox or Firebane. Wood Element, Deck Juka or Treebane. Thunder Element, Deck Ryo or Lightbane. Darkness Element, Deck Anid or Nightbane. Physical Tolerance, Deck Vorf or Nightsbane. and magic tolerance, deck Korma or Beastbane. Also, they listed every element in this game here. There are 6 different elements. Earth, water, fire, wood, thunder, and darkness. And each one is paired together for weaknesses. So earth and wood are opposed, water and fire are opposed, and thunder and darkness are opposed, as instead of wind and light. GU does end up replacing some of those. Elemental Hit. Elemental Hit is an attack to a monster with an elemental skill, or with an element skill that is opposite its attribute. At a set probability, damage inflicted is twice the normal amount. Elemental Hit will be displayed. Analyze a monster's attribute and consciously aim for elemental hits to gain advantage in battle. Armor can be changed during battle, so we advise having armor with different element attributes on reserve to use element skills effectively. And here it shows the opposing elements. The element relationship is as follows. Wood and earth are opposites, thunder and darkness are opposites, water and fire are opposites, as I mentioned in the canceling tolerance. For example, if a water element skill is used on a monster with a fire element attribute, elemental hit will occur, and conversely, if a fire element skill is used on a monster with a water element attribute, elemental hit will occur. Players cannot receive elemental hits. There was a bit more. Items in treasures. Based on feedback from the users, we've upgraded the items in treasure boxes. Also, different types of items can be obtained from stationary objects such as jars, caskets, and other breakable objects. There's a lot more here, and I will go over them eventually. But for now, let's go and meet Yasuhiko, or Orca, as he apparently calls himself.
Hey, you made it. Hey, it's me, Orca, the Blade Master.
Whoa! You look so different from the real Yasuhiko. Nothing like the real you.
Hey, in this game I'm Orca, regardless of what I am in reality. I'm pretty well known here. What?
No, you look great.
Anyway, take this.
You now have Orca's member address.
Member address is the flash mail address you can only access in the world. With flash mail, you can exchange messages with others in real time, as long as you are in the world. It's mostly used by newbies to contact other players to form a party. Try it out by inviting me to join your party. First, press the triangle button to open the menu. In the menu, select Party. Next, select Add. Names of players who gave you their member addresses will be listed here.
Yeah, Orca's already a level 50 character. The level cap is 99. But getting a level 50 party member this early? Damn, we are getting to some training wheels.
Choose a player you want to invite to your party and send a flash mail. Since you just started, you probably only have my member address. Now, press the X button twice to send a flash mail to me. Ah, got it. Join my party. It's kind of weird mailing each other when we're face to face. See? My name appears under your screen. That means I'm in your party. By the way, flash mail is only available when you're in a town. Oh, and you can't contact people when they're not logged into the world. People do have a life, you know. We're not online 24/7. In other words, you can't always count on the same members to form a party. So, try to get as many member addresses as you can. You'll have more fun that way. Well, How you play is up to you. But since EXP and stuff isn't divided among party members, you really don't benefit if you go solo. Okay, well, why don't we head off? There's nothing to worry about. I found a perfect place for newbies. This is the Chaos Gate, a sort of transfer device that takes us from one place to another. Now, press the X button. In the world, each play zone is called an area, determined by a combination of 3 keywords. Select New Keyword. This is the keyword screen. At the top is the entry plate. You put the 3 selected keywords one by one for each part, A, B, and C. Left of the entry plate is all the keywords you have. You can collect more of them by reading your emails, the board, and from other players. Now, let's enter some keywords by starting with part A. Select bursting from the list. Good. Next for part B, select passed over. For the last one in part C, select aquafield. Now you're done specifying the area. Oh, one more thing. You see the symbol on the left next to the keyword? That's the server symbol. It indicates which server you are currently logged on to. This symbol is Delta, so we're logged on to the Delta server. The list on the bottom right is the area status list. See the jewel next to the field type and dungeon? That indicates how the selected keyword affects the status. For example, check the field type. See the jewel on the right? This means that the field type is being determined by aquafield, the keyword in C. We don't know what kind of field the current keyword will create until we get there. But once we learn the effect of that keyword, we can combine it with other keywords effectively. For more details, check out the board on your own time. All right, let's get going to the Delta Bursting Passed Over Aquafield. Select Warp.
Honestly, Orca's a really good tutorial character.
Before we get going, let me explain to you about the camera control. During the game, enemies will attack from all directions. The idea is to adjust your view quickly to see your enemy and grasp the situation. I'll explain more later, but remember, you can only use skills on targets you can see. Basically, if you don't use the camera right, you'll be dead before you know it.
There's a little more to this that Orca doesn't explain, but I will once we're done with this portion of the tutorial.
First, rotate the camera. Push either the L1 button or the R1 button to move the camera. Good. Next, let's zoom in and zoom out. You can zoom the camera in or out by using the right analog stick. Try it.
And honestly, using the control and button prompts from a typical PS2 controller makes a lot more sense in universe when
that's it.
Because of dot.hack Sign, the anime that released before this, they do show that the characters play the world with a PlayStation 2 controller in their PC. So it makes total sense.
Finally, you reset the camera by pushing the R2 button. There you go. Remember, when the battle starts, constantly adjust your camera. Okay, and this is the field. It's the lowest level in the area. When you want to return to the town, press the triangle button and select Gate Out from the menu. Grassland, wilderness, and jungle are some of the field types. You can set them with keywords. The combination of field type and weather determines the area elements. For example, if it's a grassland and it's raining, that area will be a water element stage. The elements also affect the type of monsters that will appear and the items you can get. Don't worry about it now. As you get used to it, combine words to get different elements. Now, let's get going on our quest. First, check the map at top right. You see the red down arrow on it? That's the gate to the dungeon. In the dungeon's deepest level, there's a god statue that usually holds a rare item. Basically, the goal is to reach this statue. But enemies are often tougher down there, so gain some levels above ground before you head below. Okay, wait a sec.
Orca used Fairy's Orb.
By using the Fairy's Orb, hidden data on the map becomes visible, like this. Yellow areas on the map show magic portals, where you encounter monsters and treasures. All right, how about we go pick a fight? Head for one of the magic portals. For a basic attack, approach the target and press the X button. By the way, a cursor appears on the target so that you can check its name and hit points. Try using a basic attack to defeat some monsters. You've started to get the hang of it, right? Okay, let's try using skills. Press the triangle button to open the menu and select skills.
So you might have noticed a couple of the misses appear on the enemy. Unlike dot.hack GU, which has all attacks guaranteed to hit and gives you an option to guard, this game does not have that. There is no guard button. All attacks are accuracy and evasion based.
Okay then. Choose Repth from the list.
This can be a headache in some cases, but in other cases, it's not too bad. Sometimes, though, it does get annoying.
When the target cursor appears, select the target and press the X button to execute. That's it. Pretty easy, huh? You can target a party member for recovery or remedy skills, and the enemy for attack skills. Remember, you can only apply skills to targets within your view. Before using a skill, adjust the camera so that your target comes into view. Well, you must be sick of me at this point. It's your turn to tell me what to do by using chat commands. Okay, I'll teach you the command to get your members to heal. Okay then, press the square button to open the menu. Next, go ahead and choose First Aid from the menu. Well, it's good to be the boss, isn't it? If you use it well, you can bunch up on the enemy or give separate orders to each party member. When you add new members to the party, try various chat commands to see their effects. That's it for now. Just remember what you learned and start exploring. When you think you're ready, we'll head for the dungeon.
So, another thing, unlike GU, when you enter a fight, it doesn't put up a barrier and form an arena to fight in. Enemies just appear on the overworld. And that means that you can just run through every magic portal that you can see and just fight everything that spawns. And what Orca said about moving the camera around, there are enemies later on that do not spawn from magic portals. They just roam around, so they absolutely can get the jump on you. We probably won't run into any until later. And then there's Orca, just one-shotting it because he's level 50. So I also mentioned the equipment. And again, using GU as comparison because it came later, GU only had equipment slots for the weapon, the armor, and an accessory. In the original game, there is the weapon, the head armor, the body armor, the hand armor, and the leg armor. Yes, each one is its own separate thing, and each one has their own skills to it and different effects that they give you. So the Nomad's Hood gives us rep, the leather armor gives us Vought Cruise, and so on and so forth. And then down at the bottom we have our physical and magical attacks, and yes, both have their own evade and accuracy stat. The higher your accuracy, the more likely you're going to hit. The higher your evasion, the more likely you're not going to get hit. That's largely what the gameplay is focused on. And unlike another thing unlike GU is there is no shortcut to use the skills. If you want to use the skills, you do have to pause the game with the triangle button or whatever controller you're using if you're emulating the game. And it does make the flow of combat a little weird, but you do get used to it. And on the map, there is another icon. That is, trying to remember what it's called. The Mist Spring? Spring of Mist. The Spring of Mist, if you have you can throw equipment in here, and depending on the area, and whether it's a Monsieur or a grandpa, they can upgrade or downgrade the gear. They do have a better use though if you have certain gear, so I'll come back to that later. There's not really any need to use them to actually upgrade your gear. I think speedrunners use it, but I'm not gonna bother.
Now we can start exploring the dungeon. One thing you need to remember is that you can't gate out when you're in a dungeon.
Also, unlike dot.hack GU, which has separate field and dungeon areas, all areas in this game start you on a field and then you go into a dungeon.
To gate out and return to the town, you have to go back to the field.
So, not as much variety by comparison, but it does mean the areas tend to be longer than in GU, especially if you look at the field areas from GU.
The Sprite Ocarina will warp you to the surface, but you can't use it during battle. This is the treasure box, but you knew that, right? You should know that there are two types of treasure boxes. Normal and booby-trapped. This one's normal. Hit the X button to open it. This one's booby-trapped. Notice a different color? Try to open it as is, and you're screwed.
Orca exaggerates a little. It does a random negative effect, status ailment, or just outright damage. But you do lose whatever item is in there, and instead you get an item called a fortune wire.
Just use the fortune wire on it. This item will disarm the trap.
So if you open a trap chest, it pretty much gives you the item that would have opened it, or made it safe to open.
See? Now it's safe to open. Press the X button to open it.
But, of course, if you disarm it first, you actually get something decent out of it.
What the? Did you just see that?
Yeah. Was that thing chasing her?
Yeah, but something like that on this level?
Already something weird. Let's try going after it. Probably not a good idea if Orko is like something like that. But hey, who knows? It's a dead end. That girl. How strange. Well, nothing to do, but continue on.
Better watch out. We're trapped in here. In the dungeon, there are rooms with traps everywhere. The only way to get out of a trap like this is by activating all the magic portals in the room. All right, let's charge to that magic portal.
Thanks, Orca. Boy, the game sure is giving us a hell of a handicap. I hope nothing bad happens to Orca. Ooh, healing potion. That's a good one to start with. And of course, sometimes if you defeat enemies, they can drop treasure chests. Let's see. Is that something I can equip? And is it better than what I have? I mean, it is better, but Kite can't equip it. Heavy head armor cannot be used by twin blades, long arms, or wave masters. So only heavy axe and blade masters can use them. Interesting. That'll be worth keeping because Orca's level 50. He's not going to need it.
This is the room where the statue is. There's only one of them at the dungeon's deepest level, and you can get rare items from it. That's enough adventure for now. Let's grab the treasure and get back to town, shall we?
Yeah, sure. You're gonna beat the game. Hey, Biomega Bear. How you doing? And yes, I will be going through all 4 of the original .hack games. Almost played this back in the day. Aw, you missed out. The gameplay is very archaic, especially compared to GU and of course more recent games, but it's still a really good game, a really good series for that matter.
If we had a Sprite Ocarina, we could warp out of here, but we don't have one.
Did recently beat all the GU games and enjoyed it. Nice. I honestly only found out about these original games because of GU's Volume 3, where Yada has a very specific flashback. I'm like, oh, there was shit that happened before? Well, I may as well check that out.
So we gotta go back the way we just came.
So the thing about God statues is, the items, they contain 3 items. With 2 of them being treasures that you can sell or exchange, that are primarily used for selling or gifting, because gifting is a mechanic in this game. But I'll go over that when that actually becomes relevant. The other item is randomized per playthrough with the exception of some specific areas, which will have specific items in there that will never change. Downside though, steel blades, a grunt doll, and a yellow candy. The downside is once you open the god statue chest, if you come back to the same area, to the same room, the treasure does not respawn. It is gone forever. So, if you didn't get what you wanted, better hope you saved before going into the area so you can reload and try it again. Otherwise, you're stuck with what you get. I'm glad GU fixed that. Yeah, there are definitely areas that GU did better on.
Or was the rumor true?
Take this.
Huh?
Please take this. There's no time. Please.
What's this?
A great force. The power it holds can bring forth either salvation or destruction at the whim of the user.
You're...
It's coming.
Run! It'll kill you! What the hell? What is this? There's something wrong. Nothing works! It wasn't supposed to be this way. I'm sorry. Get out of here!
What was wrong with Yasuhiko? Why was he upset? I wanted to ask him, but he wouldn't even pick up the phone. And then, the next day, I found out that Yasuhiko had been hospitalized. I rushed to the hospital, but they wouldn't even let me see him. But I guess it's better this way. I didn't want to see him all week, and he wouldn't want that either. But what the hell happened to him? I have a feeling that the key to it is somewhere in the world.
Well, that was a hell of a start. Let's see, Kite's not orange here, huh? Not yet. He originally started as green, but a thing's gonna happen that turns him orange or red. And yeah, no, Mona Marshall is a really good VA. She is one of my favorites. And there are some moments in the original games that do feel a little off, but that is also because early 2000s English voice acting. But otherwise, she does a phenomenal job. Hear her all the time now ever since Digimon. Yeah, like, she does have a very distinct voice. You could easily pick her out in a crowd if she ever has a voice role. But you want to know the most wild thing? Mona Marshall voiced for South Park as Wendy Testerberger and Sheila Broflovsky. Which is absolutely wild to me. Yeah, like, she's got a surprising amount of range. So, regarding all that happened, the girl, which Biomega Bear pointed out is Aura, and that creature. If you want to know the backstories behind them, they first appear in the dot.hack Sign anime, and that creature specifically is in the final episode, not counting the OVA. And that scene in at the end of the final episode is pretty much meant to be the lead-in to this game. But that was a hell of a thing to run into. And now Orca's hospitalized. Let's check the mail. From CC Corp, server problems. To all users of the world, we apologize for the inconvenience due to problems with our servers. Currently, we are focusing our efforts in finding the cause of the problem. However, in order to proceed efficiently, we will limit play to only the Delta and Theta servers. Thank you for your understanding. Well, that limits our options.
I should post on the board about Yasuhiko. Maybe someone will respond to it.
Author Kite. My friend is in a coma after playing this game. He's hospitalized and still isn't out yet. But do these things actually happen? Does anyone know the reason? Anyone know someone else in the same state? How can I get him out of the coma? The people who made this game made the game look here too, right? Please give me some kind of information. Thank you. Now imagine the legality of this. Hey, this guy's in a coma for playing a video game, and it's this game news. Oh, it gets a lot worse than that. But also, now we've got an interesting email. The image is blurred, and it looks broken. However, it's also not that difficult to decipher what it says. The sender is Aura, and the title is Please. The contents read, to the one who holds the book, Skaith is looking for me. There is no time. Please, help me. Everyone stops buying the game. Trust me, they're... people who really like a game will still buy the game with issues. Who sent this? I can't read it. well, the only thing left to do is to log into the game again. But I'm going to read a couple more entries from the board, because they are going to become useful. And oh look, there's been an addition since our coma post. First, let's go over symbols. What does a symbol do? You know that green thing is called symbol by a dungeon? Is there some meaning for them? It explodes when you touch it, so I thought it was a trap of some kind. If you touch them, they have a special effect on you, like healing, increasing your strength, etc. Effects are random, so you don't know what you might get. Things on fire on the field are the same. When you find one, just use it. Item trade. Straw Millionaire. By Quattro. Starting with cat's blades, and after trading several times, I got the legendary Megiddo wand. I never thought I would get something this good. Wow, I want to trade well and get a good item too. If you have any good tips, please tell me. It's not really a tip, but for example, to a twin blade, the wand for Wavemaster is not a very important item, right? But even though it's not important to you, it might be important to the other party. So you just have to keep an eye on what the other guy wants and offer that item. Oh, and you can only trade 3 types of items, and up to 99 of each. Good luck trading. It is possible to get items and other equipment from other players in this game through trading, and yes, depending on the job of the player you're trading with, some equipment will have a higher trade value for them than others. Spring of Mist. Level went down. I've thrown in weapons into the Spring of Mist that are in the fields, but there are times when the level of the weapon increases or decreases. Is there a reason? I'm not certain, but weather seems to play a role in whether or not a weapon or an armor gets stronger or weaker. When I put a weapon in the grasslands and when it was sunny, it got stronger, but when it was raining, it got weaker. I haven't tried armor, so I don't know. At night. I'm pretty sure weather is involved, though I don't think it really matters what kind of field you're in. When I tried it at night, both weapons and armor got strong. What if it's cloudy? When it was cloudy, my armor got weaker. But when there was thunder and rain, my armor got stronger. By the way, aren't Grandpa and Monsieur totally annoying? I hate Monsieur. Yeah, it does get annoying, both the voice and the face. Well, my armor got strong, so I won't complain. Golden Axe. By the way, is anyone collecting the Golden Axe? This weapon isn't that strong, right? People do collect it. Someone named Tim wanted to trade for it the other day, and apparently there are a couple more like him too. Aren't most of the people who collect the golden and the silver axe at high levels? I was asked by Messino for a trade, but I didn't have it. But if I did, it seems like he would have traded some pretty good items. I think I missed out on a good opportunity there. You only have to throw in unwanted items and armor to get gold and silver axe. I envy those high-level players. They've got tons of stuff they don't need. And that is the major point to the Spring of Mist. If you throw in certain items that they cannot upgrade, you can get both a gold and a silver axe. And like this chain says, there are some players who are specifically collecting them and have some really good items you can get as a result. It will take a bit, because much like the god statues in these original games, once you use a Spring of Mist, you cannot go back and use it again. It is completely dried up. So the only thing they're really useful for, as far as a casual playthrough is concerned, is dropping in something that you know for a fact they cannot upgrade to get those axes for trades. What's a grunty? I found this item called root vegetable in the field. It was jumping up and down. I thought it was a monster at first, but when I looked at the key item list, it said food for grunty. So what is this grunty? Something alive? Can someone please tell me? I didn't know that at first too. Press, you're probably in Delta server, right? Well, there aren't any grunties in that one. Grunties are living things in Theta server's ranch. It kind of look like a mix between a pig and a cow or something like that. I think there are small animals that look like mini hippos. You can definitely debate what they look like. Some people think they're between a pig and a cow. In GU, they definitely lean a bit more into the pig aspect because Death Grunty's signature sound is oink. Food for Grunty is an item that you can feed them. They don't exist in the Delta server, but if you find any of the food items, you should keep them. They'll come in handy once you get to the Theta server. Pig? A pig? Okay. Well, I'll try to get as many as I can. Yeah, you should collect as many as you can. You can find food for Grunty not only in the fields, but also in the dungeons, so you should keep your eyes open for them. When you get near them, it goes boing boing, so you can probably tell. They also call out their names, so it makes it very obvious to tell where they're coming from. Now, keyword creation. Don't quite understand. I got some keywords during play and tried them, but they don't seem to work. I think the parameters on the Chaos Game menu are way too strong. Can someone teach me a good way to combine words? Thank you. You really shouldn't worry about the area's parameters in the beginning. Beginners should only be concerned with the level of the area. This is the parameter that sets the difficulty of that level, and the higher it is, the more powerful the monsters are, and the better the items. If you combine words randomly, you might get a really strong enemy and die instantly. When your level is low, you should use words with low difficulty. Here's an example word for beginners. Part A, bursting, difficulty 1. Use this and create a keyword. I used the word bursting in Part A like Corm said, but the enemies are too strong and it was game over for me. Why? There was probably a word aside from bursting that set the area level. Were there more than 2 jewels in the area levels in the parameter list? In cases like that, the word with the higher priority takes precedence. 1 in red has higher priority. So maybe a word aside from bursting was used to set the area level. Sorry, I didn't tell you before. Thank you, Corm. I see. So more than one word can set a particular parameter. But there are parameters that you can't set with any of the words. What about those? That will get revealed later. But here's something that's a little more interesting and probably a little more topical. The world reaches 20 million. Congratulations. The world has sold over 20 million copies worldwide. The first time I experienced the world was 2 years ago. I still remember how I felt when I first entered the dungeon. I wonder what happened to all those people who helped me out in the beginning. Remember, the original dot.hack games released between the year 2002-2003. So, an MMO hitting 2 million concurrent players is a hell of a thing, especially back then. I don't think even currently the likes of World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy XIV have reached that. They're getting close, but I don't think they've reached 20 million yet. There are a few more board topics to go through. Fortnite's not an MMO though. But that's not an MMO, exactly. There are some more board topics to go through. But before I do that, I think this will be a good spot for us to take a quick break. And we're back. So we'll just go over a couple other board topics. Play knowledge and system explanation. Z.E.R.O statue, I'll go over in a little bit because I want something specific to show up first. First, play knowledge. They're too strong. The enemies are strong in every single area I've been in. If you put in the keywords randomly, you usually don't get to the area that's right for you. You should probably check the board more. Other players will post low-level area keywords. Are you forming parties when you go out? The difficulty level varies if you've got friends or go solo. So if you've got no friends, well, I can't really help you there. You need member addresses of other players to form parties. A member address is like a business card. You can call up other players in other towns and areas by mail. Just open the menu in a root town and select the player you want. If you want to collect member addresses, all you need to do is make friends. What's a skill? I just started playing this game. When I talked to the shopkeeper, he said you can use skills by equipping armor and weapons, but what's a skill? It's an attack that uses up SPs, skill points, during battle. It can damage enemies or cure allies. They don't call it magic because they're not just spells, but moves that are used by a swordsman as well. When I changed weapons, I lost a skill. Is there a connection? Skills are based on equipment and not characters. So if you change your equipment, you can't use that skill anymore. The skill you lost was probably on your old weapon. Aside from attack power and defense, you should keep skills in mind. And that is the key combat difference between the original .hack games and GU. As I mentioned, swapping between, like, always having the best gear equipped is will not always be the right call. Really? I didn't know that, so I sold my old weapon. I thought I just leveled up and learned magic. There's a skill I have that I can't use. Why is that? 1, you don't have enough SP. 2, the target isn't in range. It's probably one or the other. There's a range with every skill, so if the target isn't within range, you can't use it. Magic is long range, but attacks are shorter, so you need to get closer. Can you cast a spell on all? Are there any spells you can cast on all your enemies or allies like in other RPGs? If you can't, it would seriously suck when you have to heal your party. They don't have these, but skills with range and range attack are something like that since they are area effects. If it's an attack spell, it does about half the damage to the enemy around the target. So if you use it wisely, it becomes something very similar. Well, kind of. Healing spells on allies are similar, so you can heal other party members around the target. I bought a more expensive armor, but it got weaker against enemy magic attacks. Why is that? Probably magical defense on the armor is low. There's magical defense and physical defense. Even if your physical defense is high, if your magical defense is low, you can't guard against magic attacks. Evolution. Hey, how have you been, Daisy? Seeing this game being streamed in 2026 is amazing. There are people who still do, and it is beautiful to see. And especially with .hack Z.E.R.O being announced, you're likely going to be seeing it a lot more this year. Thank you, Corm. I also looked at armor parameters. I wasn't looking at armor parameters. Also, there's defense and evade. What's the difference? You should check the parameters of your item. It's probably the first thing you should do. That's for defense and evade. Defense lessens the damage you receive, and evade is the frequency you get hit. You do know that Souvile and Mule, Paralysis and Charm, can't be avoided even if you increase magic evasion, right? If you increase the spirit status for Curse, Sleep, Confusion, and Charm, and then increase body status for Poison, Paralysis, and Slow Down, it won't decrease damage, but it will decrease the frequency you are affected by those spells. So another stat that you do need to be wary of, because some spells can't be avoided, but they can be resisted. There are things like fire element and skills. Do elements make a difference? There are 6 elements for skills, items, and monsters. For monsters, there's an icon to the left of its name. There are similar icons in your status screen. Elements have opposing elements, so enemies with fire elements are strong against attacks with fire elements, but weak against attacks with water elements. It's pretty simple. So if you cast back Dawn on a magical goblin, it doesn't do as much damage as another spell. Which elements oppose one another? I know fire and water. Can someone tell me? The following are the opposing elements. By the way, the reasoning is just something I came up with, but I think I'm pretty close. Wood, which draws nutrients, and earth, which decompose trees. Thunder lights up, darkness covers light. Fire boils water, water extinguishes. I got plate armor, but I can't equip it. Can long arms equip plate armor? It would bite if they can't. Sorry, but you're right. Wave Masters can only equip the lightest armor. Twin Blades and Long Arms can't equip heavy armor. Other guys can equip whatever they want. You should probably check the armor status for that. It all depends on your job class, so you better know which ones you can equip. And that's everything for now. Let's try hopping back into the world.
What is it? You got something to say?
No.
Oh, I get it now. You are a newbie, aren't you? I might have guessed. Well, are you or not? Come on now, don't be shy. You can tell me. Listen, in case you're not aware of it, you're being very rude. It's impolite to stare at someone like that. You have to understand it's the same as the real world. Don't you get it? Ugh. Last chance. What is up with you anyway, huh? Come on, will you say something already?
If there's one thing the dot.hack series is known for, besides absolute peak storytelling, it's the music. Black Rose's theme is really good, and it just keeps getting better from there. I guess I'll get my gear first. I want to collect some information as well. Alicia, do you want to trade? You've got Hands of Earth, Fossil Bracer, and Power Book. Both of these are pretty good, pretty high level. Something else that the original dot.hack games do that GU honestly limited. The level of the equipment is not restricted. It is absolutely possible for a level 1 character to equip level 99 gear and be perfectly fine. Granted, this is the first volume. The highest level the equipment there goes is about 30. So you won't be finding level 99 gear. But, so, for example, this Fossil Bracer, level 11. Kite is currently level 1. I could equip that. What's the drawback? There is no drawback. There is absolutely no drawback to using using equipment that is a higher level than yourself. It is literally just better gear. You can just do it. You can just do it. If you've got the gear, you can just slap it on and it won't be a problem. Now, Alicia here has these 3 specific equipments. Whoops, I did not mean to trade for that. That's because she is a special trade character. Reward for doing high level reward stuff at low level? Absolutely. You could 100%, again, at level 1, you could 100% go to a level 20 area, get a piece of gear from a chest, and slap it on. No problem. The only drawback is it's a level 20 area, you're level 1. You are likely going to get your ass kicked. The moment anything touches you, you're dead. So Alicia is a unique trade character. I will trade 1 power book for 25 well water. There are other characters like this who will trade for specific items. We saw them mentioned on the board with the golden axe and the silver axe. This is another example. These are items that you can use to alter the elemental affinity of, I believe, your attacks or your defense. I don't remember which. It could be both. But it changes your elemental affinity. This character, for whatever reason, really wants them, and will trade really good items for them. Let's actually see if we can find Tim. So I know he can show up around here. Benoit. Oh, you've got thunder stuff. All right. So here even. Level 31 gear. You could absolutely slap that on and not have an issue. As long as it's not something that you can't equip, like, for example, the Thunder Gloves here, only the Wave Master cannot equip it, so it is perfect for Kite. It is level 32. If I had the items he needed, I could absolutely trade for this and slap it on immediately. I would have some of the best gear for this volume. And it would not be an issue. Benoit specifically wants sports drinks for his items. And then we have some characters with more generalized items, like Hinata here. Very low level stuff. You can just trade general stuff to, and you'll be fine. Looking at the weapon, Hinata is a Blade Master, so anything that would be for a Blade Master will give you a trade advantage. Alright. I don't think Tim is here. Mutsuki, Sachiko, Hayate. Are we not gonna have Tim here? Right, there's no one around here. At least not yet. Alpha Ichigoro. You've also got general stuff. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna run into Tim this time. The shops in Makanu are for weapons, magic items, healing. The one in the top right there is a storage. And there is a save shop. Because for some reason an MMO requires manual saving. But I also mentioned the treasures that you get from the God statue can be sold for money. That's because you don't get money for defeating monsters. The only way to get money in these games is to sell whatever you've got. And the treasures are, of course, incredibly valuable. But they're also really good for trades because they can help boost party member affection, which is very useful for, I believe, later mechanics. But speaking of equipment, we did get the steel blades from the God statue at bursting past over Aquafield. If we equip it, we will our attack will go up by 1, accuracy up by 1, physical accuracy up by 1, and magic accuracy also up by 1. But we will lose out on Saber Dance in exchange for Tiger Claws. Oh, hi, Belle. You are a Twin Blades, and okay, these are the gear you've got. So give you any Twin Blade stuff for a advantage. Koski. Okay, and you're a heavy axe. Quests. Alright, that's what you've got. Leaf Lance might come in handy. Mock selection of the Twilight. Brother played WoW, so we played WoW and I didn't like it much. Really should have bought this game. Legend of the Twilight is an interesting anime in the series because it's a much more comedic entry. And not a lot of .hack fans really enjoyed it. Oh, is that you, Tim? Is that you, Tim? No, that's Akichi. Dang it. Tim has a very similar model. Here's the recorder to save the game. Again, saving And a manual saving in an MMO, little weird, but alright. Each volume requires its own save data. So they planned for this. They planned this for a reason. Oh, whoops. There's not really much else to do here for now, so... I mean, we could try talking to Black Rose if we can find her again. Where are you, Black Rose? I know you're somewhere in town. Where the heck did she go? Uh-oh. Oh. No. There you are.
You again. I'm busy right now. Can't you just leave me alone?
Well, we tried. So let's... Well... It's gonna be a little weird going solo because if we try to add Orca... There's no response. Player is absent from the world. So any areas we go to will end up being solo.
Wait a sec.
Oh?
Yeah, you. I know some interesting keywords. If you go with me, I'll tell you what they are. Do you want to know?
Also, something that I should point out. There is a series of light novels called .hack Another Birth. There are 4 volumes, each one corresponding with a volume of the original .hack games. They are the exact same story as the games, but told from Black Rose's perspective, including her life offline, which we don't get with Kite. The scene where Black Rose was getting annoyed at Kite for staring is actually reversed in the light novel, where it's Kite getting annoyed. Just an interesting little detail that they went with something completely opposite. Sure, I'll take the keywords.
Right on, that's the spirit. Spoken like a true newbie.
You now have Black Rose's member address. Finally, we have another party member.
The keywords are Delta, Hidden, Forbidden, Holy Ground.
And so it begins. Delta, Hidden, Forbidden, Holy Ground is added to the word list. Well, we got Black Rose's member address, so may as well go with her. And she is also level 1. But Black Rose, you've been getting on Kite's ass for being a newbie, and you are one too. Knock it off.
Okay, here I come.
But before we actually...
Hey, aren't we going to the Delta, Hidden, Forbidden, Holy Ground?
Okay. So I cannot engage in a trade with her. Unfortunate, but I can deal with that later. For now, let's head to the area revealed by Black Rose. Very suspicious. It is a level 6 battle area. We are still level 1. Something's up.
Whoa, this place is...
Huh?
Never mind, let's go. Well, are you going to escort me like a proper gentleman?
Yeah. As you get closer to the cathedral, you can start hearing music. And it does grow louder the closer you get. So I mentioned that aside from the peak storytelling, this game is also known for its absolute banger music. We're gonna hear some of a couple really good ones.
What is that thing? Stay back! Oh no! So that's it. Pretty weak, huh? What do you know? You didn't even need my help at all, did you? That statue, it looks so sad.
Scathe, Enos, Magus. I can't read anything else. The inscription is faded.
By the way, I guess you can tell that I'm a newbie too.
Yeah.
It must be pretty obvious by the way I acted back there. But you still hung out with me. You know what? You're nicer than I thought. You see, I'm trying to find...
Hey, what are you doing?
What? What about you, huh?
No time to explain. It's too dangerous here.
What?
I'm telling you to get out! Leave here at once! Ah! This one as well.
But how? Tell me what's going on here. That thing should have been dead. Why is it glowing like that? It's so freaky. Is this for real?
It's a bug from a computer virus. The virus is rewriting the data. It has a hit point that's infinite.
This is the one.
You must escape while I buy some time.
Because of this thing, I'll kill you!
No! You can't kill it! Leave it be or you'll be killed!
The book. Open the book.
So the track that played was called Balmung's Entry and the Virus Bug. Really hell of a good track. It only plays in that cutscene, but it sets the tone.
The book?
The power it holds can bring forth either salvation or destruction at the whim of the user.
You used the installation book, Book of Twilight. You now have Virus Core M.
That was like the time when Orca...
That skill. Now, I understand. You are the same as the virus. To think that I was saved by someone like you.
No! That's not... I don't even know what's...
Do not lie to me! Recently, many places within the world have been damaged by a virus. Those who willfully spread the virus and destroy this world for their own amusement, they shall receive no mercy.
No, that's not me,
I did not expect to find the one responsible so soon. Draw! Draw your sword, now!
I won't! There's no reason to do that!
There is for me.
No! I don't want to fight!
What is the matter with you? That's hardly the way to talk to someone who just saved your life.
I still do not trust you. I just require the time to think this through. But if I find out that you are indeed in with them, I will kill you.
That was rather childish for Balmonk of the Azure Sky, the descendant of Fianna.
I do not speak with hackers.
That boy, he's a friend of your partner.
Orca?
I thought he would end up like Orca, and I panicked. That's when I heard her voice. It was the voice of the girl who gave the book to Orca.
I see. But what are you going to do if the data bug shows up again? That power put your friend... sorry.
I don't even know what this power is, or what she wanted Orca to do. And what am I supposed to do with this power? All I want to do is help Orca.
Well, I've got to go. Today was, I don't know what to say, but... Good night.
Well, that sure was a lot. And now Kite has his iconic red/orange colors. And not only that, he has quite possibly the most powerful artifact in all of fiction. The Twilight Bracelet. Why do I say it's so powerful? Can't really go into it until we do Volume 2. Because that's where they start explaining some of its absolutely insane abilities. But considering that girl Aura, twice she said it's a great power that could bring forth either salvation or destruction at the whim of the user, she was not being hyperbolic. It is that powerful. If Kite so desired, if he was that malicious, he could use the Twilight Bracelet to just completely bring this system down. And unfortunately, Black Rose logged off, so we can't give her any of the equipment from when we were with Orca, so may as well just log out. Let's see if anyone's responded to our message on the board. Oh, hey! Speaking of. Hold on. Where did our message go?
The message I posted is deleted.
Huh. How bizarre. But since we did run into Balmung, introduced as Lord Balmung of the Azure Sky and descendant of Fianna, those are some crazy titles. I'll go into those at a later time. But his name is important because now we have the Z.E.R.O statue. Aim for Hero of Z.E.R.O. Does anyone know about the Z.E.R.O statue? The Z.E.R.O statue at the bottom of the dungeon is searching for an adventurer to give a title of honor as the Hero of Z.E.R.O. Only way to get the title is to get to the Z.E.R.O statue as fast as you can. Those who want the praise of the Z.E.R.O statue select Chronicling as your Part A at the Chaos Gate. First look for an area with a dungeon close to the entrance and that doesn't have that many floors. The Hero of Z.E.R.O must also be versed in looking for an advantageous area. The Hero of Z.E.R.O ranking. Current Hero of Z.E.R.O is as follows. First place, title, Master Supreme, with a time of 2 minutes and 12 seconds, Balmung. Second place, title of Hyper Falcon, with a time of 2 minutes and 26 seconds, Orca. Third place, with the title of Sonic Hawk, and a time of 2 minutes and 54 seconds, Sieg. Fourth place, title of Mock Wolf, 3 minutes 38 seconds, Highlander. And fifth place, with the title of Furious Tiger, and a time of 4 minutes and 45 seconds, Nog. So not only is Balmung first place in this challenge, he is also a partner of Orca. Which means we're bound to cross paths again. As for Sieg, Sieg is a somewhat interesting character, because he is the self-proclaimed rival of Balmung. Balmung took his name from the sword of, I think it's Germanic Nordic myth. And Sieg saw that as a challenge, and instead of naming himself after the sword, he decided to name himself after the hero who used the sword, Siegfried. So he has this constant rivalry with Balmung that Balmung does not give a shit about. He barely knows Sieg exists. The interesting thing is, Sieg will eventually go on to become Kun in the dot.hack GU series. However, we won't really interact with Sieg, because some things are going to happen. But there's another board message or board post that we should check out. Let's play tag. Challenge, Gob! Hello, everybody! I'm Stahoni, the Golden Goblin, Gob! If you win tag against me, I'll give you a reward! Though that probably won't happen, Gob. Good luck, Gob! Oh, forgot something important, Gob. Stahoni is at Delta Detestable Golden Sunny Demon. Come along, Gob! Oh, now we've got somewhere else that we can go for some goodies. and some mail from Helba titled Data Drain. I've seen your powers. You can rewrite the monster's data by performing data drain when the OK sign is flashing. If you use it wisely, it will be very valuable in the future. You will need its powers. You can check the spread by a gauge in the skill selection menu. When the spread is at 100%, there may be a lethal effect on your character, so be aware of the spread of the viral infection. If you defeat monsters without using data drain, then the spread will decrease little by little, so do not let it get above 100%. And another warning. You are always being watched. Though you may not wish it, you will be the eye of the storm in the world. That is the fate of the one who bears the bracelet. Prepare yourself.
She knows about my bracelet. Who is she?
And from Black Rose, I believe you. I don't really understand it, but I will believe you. I'm actually really busy, but I'll help you when I have time, so call me up. Thanks. Some of these emails that you get with people that you eventually get the member addresses for can result in chain mails. If you respond... Affinity, right? Correct. If you respond positively, it will increase their affinity and continue the chain. And if you get far enough along the chain, you can get rare items from them and possibly future side quests. However, if you respond negatively, it will end the chain entirely. Thank you. It's good to know. Some responses are a bit more obvious than others. Is there anything new on the board? No, so let's log into the world and meet someone special.
I saw a strange character in the alley. It looked like a cat. Is it possible to edit like that?
A cat? Oh yeah, I saw it too. I prefer bunny girls though.
Hi, Sieg. This is the only time we'll get to see you and hear you. Only time, huh? He shows up in a certain board thread to engage in a conversation, but after that, Sieg is gone. But the character they talked about, having a cat-themed model, in the GU series, that's kind of a non-issue, because, yeah, you can play as different beast tribe races. In the original games, though, only human characters are allowed. So this cat character is one of a kind. And that's an anomaly. So let's go check this out. Oh, is that you, Tim? Nope. Let's see, what do you have for trade? Generic stuff. Alright. Task. What have you got? Generic stuff. Big. Sima. Alpha Ichigoro. Nah. Cyan. Ah, here we go. Oh, you're another... Hang on. Well water, and... Yeah, okay, you're another one that wants well water.
Hey! I found a great area that's full of aromatic grass. Wanna go?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's get ready then. Mia!
Excuse me! You. Yes, you. That's a unique bracelet.
Oh.
Can I take a look?
Can you see it?
Yes, of course. Do you mean to say you can't see this nice bracelet? Even if you can't see it. As long as you know it's there, it's the same thing as seeing it, right?
Bracelet? Hey, what are you talking about? I can't see any bracelet, Mia.
Well, thanks a lot for letting me look at your bracelet. I have a feeling we'll meet again. Somehow. Well, see you around.
Wait, Mia! What about the aromatic grass?
When I was playing G, I wanted to not get any of the chain mail errors. There are no guides, save and load a bunch. Yeah, that is generally the case, but now, so many years later, the answers are widely available. So, regarding that interaction, I want to start off with what Mia said regarding the bracelet, and in particular, what Elk said about the bracelet. Mia was able to see it, but it's not visible on our character. And even though it flashed on us for a brief moment, Elk couldn't see it. The Twilight bracelet cannot be seen by any other players unless they're in Kite's party. The fact that Mia is able to see it, though, that's an interesting phenomenon. As for Elk himself, Elk will eventually go on to become Entrance in dot.hack GU. Very different characterizations, and we've got a wild ride to go on with Elk. Oh my god, yeah. The absolute difference between Elk and Entrance is insane. That was Elk? That was Elk. The boy that was with the cat girl Mia was Elk. Entrance in the past. He seemed very timid. But when Mia took an interest in Kite, he started getting a little jealous. But, let's see here. I want to check if I can do that Z.E.R.O statue challenge yet. Because if I can get the reward from that, that would really be helpful. Let's see here. If I have the keywords that I can do, let's see. Okay, so there are some monsters that we can run into. There are 2 fights that we have to do, so let's see. Let's see if we can invite Black Rose.
Okay, here I come.
All right. Let's see. Oh. Okay, no, I can't do this quite yet. Yeah, I am missing a keyword, so I can't do that quite yet. Alright. Let's see, where do I go then? I guess I just log out for now. Oh well, I thought I could do the Z statue. Oh, right, Black Rose.
Yeah? What's up?
What do you have? You have a speed charm, but no, I already have one. So I'll just give you a gift. Here, take this headgear. It'll help boost you. And remember, Black Rose is currently level 1. This is a level 3 equipment that she can equip.
Yeah, I'll take it. Thanks.
Black Rose received headgear. And, I do believe... Yep, she equipped it. So, the equipment's level doesn't mean anything. If it's a higher level than you can use it. I wonder what the inspiration of this game, Ultimate Games... I actually don't know, because originally the dot.hack games were being... the original idea for the dot.hack games was, I believe, a fantasy-themed... kind of Robin Hood type of game. So you'd go around and have to steal stuff. But I don't think there's a lot of information on the origins, but it did eventually change into what it is now. And since there weren't a whole lot of MMOs out at the time, like early 2000s, before World of Warcraft, hell, the dot.hack series came out before World of Warcraft by like 2 years. Cinematic Universe multimedia thing. EverQuest, possibly. Yeah, no, we can't really go anywhere, so... Anything new on the board? Oh? Oh, there's a lot of new stuff here now. Keyword creation. Words for beginners. These words are also for beginners. Part A, hidden, difficulty 1. Part A, expansive, difficulty 2. The highest level of difficulty for an area is difficulty 5, though even if you use the words with same difficulty, the type of enemies varies among the servers. Highest enemy in Delta server is level 20. In Theta server, the highest is level 30. Area element. It's not well known, but areas are divided into 6 elements: earth, water, fire, wood, thunder, and darkness. The type of monsters and items and rate of appearance depends on these area elements. As far as I know, element field type. Earth makes a wasteland with stone walls. Water makes a snow field. Fire can make a desert or a magma-based field. Wood can create either a jungle, grasslands, or hummus full of mushrooms. Thunder will have a field that has a bunch of thunder and lightning. And darkness will have an area with swamps and skeletons. It might be slightly off, but I think it's something like this. So now we've got a couple extra keywords and some information. Increasing levels. Game over. I just started this game. I formed a 3-member party with my friends, and then there were all these strong monsters in the dungeon, and suddenly it was game over. Aren't the enemies in this game a little strong? Depending on the area, the level of the enemy varies, so you have to find the area that's best suited for you. Area I recommend for beginners. Delta Discovered Primitive Touchstone. Monsters don't vary that much in level, so you won't die too quickly and see that dreadful game over screen. But there's 5 floors to this dungeon, and the ones on the lower level are pretty strong, so just don't go all the way down. You should probably raise your level to at least level 5 in the upper levels before you go down there. Good tip. And a good area word that we can possibly visit. Protected area. I can't go in. I tried a random keyword, but the warning message came up and I couldn't go in. I think it was Delta closed Oblivious Twin Hills. Anyone know anything about it? Huh. Interesting. Test version of The World. I heard that there was a test version of The World before it came out. Has anyone played it? This is some backstory lore. The original beta test version of The World was originally called Fragment. And Balmung was a beta test player under the name of Grom, which is another name for the sword Balmung. There's more to Fragment, and it's not in relation to the game .hack Fragment, which is basically the original .hack games as a functioning MMO that was released in the PS2, only in Japan and only until the release of .hack GU, or at least that was the intent. A lot of people really liked Fragment, so CyberConnect 2 let the game stay live for another year. Now, if you, through various means, it is entirely possible to play .hack Fragment on fan-run servers. If you'd like any information on that, I suggest reaching out to the .hack network group. They're pretty much the group for anything related to .hack, and they can help you get a lot of stuff sorted out. Is this an event character? A girl. I saw a strange character in the dungeon of Delta, Expansive Haunted Sea of Sand. It was a little girl with long hair, but it didn't look like another player. She was kind of white, like a ghost, and moved without a sound. Oh, and the music might have stopped too. I could be mistaken, but if anyone sees her, please tell me. Ah. So we've got a closed off area that we can't access. And now an area where, for as far as we can tell, the girl Aura will appear. We've got choices. But before we go and make those, we're gonna go for another quick break. And we're back. Do people follow them on Twitter and Twitch? Yeah, I follow .hack Network on Twitch as well. I also follow them on Blue Sky because fuck Twitter at the moment. I am also in their Discord server, and I think I follow their YouTube channel. But anyway, let's see. Nothing really in the news we're talking about, but hey, that little Town Concerto image at the top. That is another CyberConnect 2 game. From before they changed their name to CyberConnect 2. They were originally just CyberConnect. They changed their name because the PlayStation 2 was coming out. So they were like, hey, let's just kind of roll with it. Hey, we got quite a bit, so let's log in and see what happens. Nothing here, so let's try checking out some of those areas. Let's go, Black Rose.
Okay, here I come.
Now, how difficult are they going to be? Closed Oblivious Twin Hills, area known as the Protected Area, according to a post on the board. That is a level 10 area. We are not even going to attempt that right now. But there's the Expansive Haunted Sea of Sand, which is a level 3 area. Oh, they said something was here. But I think it would be a good idea to do a little bit of leveling up first with this area. Because, yes, that other one is going to be pretty difficult. especially since we don't have a dedicated healer. So let's put everything Orca taught us to use. That is a lot of magic portals. And the fields also are completely looping. If you go in one direction, you will go in that direction forever and cross the same spot. So let's show off our new power, because we just hit Protect Break. Data Drain. Drain data and decrease level. Effective only on Protect Break enemies. And that infection icon is what Helba warned us about. If we use Data Drain too much, our color will start changing closer and closer to red. The closer to red it gets, the more likely we're gonna get random effects that go off, and the worse they get, potentially leading to loss of experience, a full level reduction, or a full-on game over. As Helba said, the only way to decrease the infection rate is to defeat enemies. What she did explain is that Kite has to be the one that deals the killing blow. If Kite isn't the one that kills the enemy, his infection rate won't go down. This wasn't in GU. Not because the Twilight Bracelet was not a thing in GU. GU ran on the Avatar system. Viral infection has spread, and we gained a Virus Core A in the key items. And we also turned the enemy into a level 0 that does nothing but run away. Dies in one hit and gives, like, jack all for experience. Actually, no, that was 50 experience. That wasn't bad. The thing is, you do need to data drain enemies to get those virus cores. So, it becomes a sort of risk management system. The avatars can handle all the data for the users in GU. Absolutely. But the avatars also have their own drawback. Another headgear that I guess I could sell, because I already gave it to Black Rose and Kite can't use it. Oh. One moment. I will read that after this fight. dot.hack Z.E.R.O announcement of, this is a big risk for us financially, but it's up to the fans if this lives or dies. That's like, we got your back, Kickstarter game energy for an official game. Yeah, pretty much. And the only reason, I'm pretty sure the only reason CyberConnect 2 is even able to make it, and self-publish it for that matter, is because of the success they've had with the Fuga trilogy. They specifically self-published the 3 Fuga Melodies of Steel games to test if they could actually get away with self-publishing. And if they could slowly break away from Bandai, or Bandai Namco. Ooh. That's hood. I think Kite already has that. So a lot of the gear that we find here is going to be... it's just going to be used for selling. So that we can get better stuff. Those games made them confident in self-publishing? Yeah. And I think CyberConnect 2 did make an announcement that it was entirely because of the Western fan base that the Fuga games succeeded as well as they did. And that's largely why they end up getting the okay to pretty much have full control over dot.hack Z.E.R.O. Thankfully, with these games, SP does recover over time. Ooh, this is getting a little risky. This is definitely getting a bit risky. Yeah, no, the Fuga games were basically CyberConnect 2's make it or break it. If the 3 Fuga games didn't do well enough financially, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't even consider doing self-publishing again. But because they did as well as they did, oh look, they can now do dot.hack Z.E.R.O on their own. What are the Fuga games? Fuga, Melodies of Steel. They are a series of strategy-based games where all the characters in the world are some variants of anthropomorphized dog or cat. They are technically part of the overall Little Tales Bronx series, which includes Tales Concerto and Solo to Robo. Uh-oh! Hurry! No! Uh-oh! I don't think Black Rose has a revive. Yeah, sorry, Biomega Bear. I've got links turned off. But you can find the Fuga games on Steam. Thanks for that revive, Black Rose. I really needed that. Yeah, I think this is turning into a bad idea. Woo! Recovered. Yeah, no, if we went to that level 3 area, we would have been absolutely destroyed. I'm leaving that alone, which means there should only be one portal left up here. Oh, hello. Symbol gave us Torv, attack accuracy up. Ooh, that is really handy right now. And I am out of fortune wires, which means either I abandon this chest, or I risk whatever it's going to hit me with to get another one. I think at this point I need to leave it alone. Now we head into the dungeon. Oh, hold on, there's another symbol. Oh, and there's 2 more portals. They made 3 games in the world of Tail Concerto and Solo Turobo. Correct. More specifically, the 3 Fuga games are distant prequels to Tail Concerto and Solo Turobo. App Korma. Ooh, magic attack up. Alright. Ooh, we're in the Flash dungeon.
Yeah?
Whoa, there's a lot here.
Bloody egg!
Oh, hey! Grunty food. That'll definitely come in handy for later. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, not good. Oh, not good. Oh, not good. Yeah, I think I need to use that on you. Virus Core B. I didn't turn into a worm. Let's see. Burning oil. That's good. That increases our affinity for fire. But there is another, I think another 1 or 2 trade NPCs that look for them, so yeah, definitely worth grabbing those. I feel about a remake of the first 4 games into 1. I mean, that's technically what they're doing with Z.E.R.O. They're basically starting over and putting, or at least that's what it seems like. Essentially putting all 4 of the original dot.hack games into a single game and expanding on what they were originally restricted with, either due to hardware or time constraints. Because originally, believe it or not, the dot.hack games, or the original dot.hack games, were supposed to be a set of 8 games. But the only reason they got merged into 4 is because they realized, oh wait, if we did 8 games, they'd be like 10 hours long each. I assume the intent was 1 phase per game? Correct. Each volume, if they did go with the 8 games for the original series, each would have focused on 1 of the phases. Ooh, leather coat. Is that something that Kite can use? Technically, yes. but that's more for a Wave Master, so I'm gonna hold off on that. But again, each game, if they did that, would have been like 10 hours long, and for an RPG like this, that, like, they realized that people would be really upset with that. So they ended up merging several of the games together. And that's how we got what we have. Orb.
Yeah?
Hold on. I can actually use... Oh, no. Here we go. There we go. That did some damage. Meant to say 80% of the dot.hack stuff is good, 20% isn't, which is a good ratio. Yeah, kind of. Because there absolutely are people who will riff on aspects of the series like the Legend of the Twilight anime or dot.hack Link. A lot of people did not like dot.hack Link. And honestly, I can fully understand why. The way they went with that is just really weird. But the actual story behind dot.hack Link is fucking wild and absolutely worth it if you can get a translation, because it was never released outside of Japan. So you'd have to use an English translation patch if you manage to get the game somehow. Oh, one moment. Sorry about that. But also, it is kind of a good thing that CyberConnect 2 is essentially rebooting the dot.hack series, because a lot of the later stuff definitely gets a little difficult to really handle. So, this is going to be a really weird comparison, but the fate of the dot.hack series getting rebooted like it is, it's not too different like how Bionicle was treated. Bionicle went on for a long time, and eventually got rebooted because the story was so long and had a lot of convoluted things. Hey, Raido! Thanks for the raid! Welcome in, everyone! What were y'all playing? Raiders have arrived! We're brewing up some good vibes today. Spring Hung Support and Witchy Charm. Grab your favorite mug, get cozy, and have fun. Welcome in! I think you were playing Cuphead? How did that go? Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Played Cuphead, beat it, and went to Pokemon Shield. Nice. Okay, okay. I need to heal. Screw it, I'm not using that. I need a potion. That is faster. Woo! Would you die already? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so things like that can happen in this game. You enter a room that has more than one portal, and if they both spawn out some big guys, you can get absolutely bodied. Oh, right. Hold on, Black Rose. Remember using data train so much that I got a game overs. Yeah. Yeah, and that is the big management deal with the game. The email from Helba does tell you that, hey, you have to kill enemies to get the infection down. But what she doesn't tell you is Kite specifically has to get the killing hit. And even then, it's not one-to-one. Like, killing one enemy won't reduce your infection by the amount of using data drain once on an enemy. You pretty much need to kill 3 enemies for every use of data drain in order to get it down.
Bloody egg.
So it can definitely get out of hand. Let's see. Well, One Trick Pony, thank you for the follow. Young playing, so I didn't understand. Just knew it made battles easier. Yeah, like that is definitely a reason to keep using it. But then the thing becomes, since you keep dropping enemies to basically level 0 when you use it, you're not really getting the experience you need for the later areas. When they actually start getting more difficult. Eventually, though, data drain becomes a lot more useful. That's not for another 2 volumes, though. But it is still essentially mandatory. Because plot. Sure, let's use Fire Compass. Okay, your magic evasion is pretty high. Got it. Oh! Okay, yeah. Okay, now let's actually give this a try. Tiger Claws. Uh-oh. Not good. Woo! That could have been better. Oh, nice. Still, though, fantastic area to grind before actually making progress. Well, not even really grind, you're just going through the dungeon, but good spot to get levels for early game. Get you nice and set up for later. need to head off. Get some dinner. No worries. Hope you have a good rest of your day, Rado, and thanks for the raid. And anyone who came in with the raid, I hope you have a good day too. If you have to raid and run, I do apologize that I'm a little late on that, but I totally understand. Thanks for good luck, Ray. Okay. Uh-oh. Well, since that, Mage Goblin hit us with something, I can cover this. The restorative items for status ailments are split between 2 items. Antidotes will cure poison, paralysis, speed decreases, and any decrease to your physical stats. Restoratives will cure curse, sleep, confusion, charm, and any decrease in magic status. An interesting way that they decided to go about that. They essentially grouped status ailments into essentially 2 major types of ailments, basically being between physical and magic status. Alright, there we go. Swarm. Alright, another fire tempest is good. Like, especially if you don't have the SP, the attack scrolls are really good to have. And that's my last fairy's orb. Definitely gonna have to buy some more after this. Another trapped chest.
Bloody egg!
Get over here. Oh, great, there are 2 of you. Oh, you must have been just within range for that. Okay. Nice. So many trap chests that I can't open. Yeah, Black Rose. There you go. Now focus on. Oh, right. Actually, you know what? Let's actually drop this then. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thanks, Black Rose.
Bloody egg!
I'm being a little reckless. Okay. Learning experience. Oh, hold on. Earth Sword. I think I can actually give that to you. Oh, absolutely I can.
Yeah? What's up?
Here's an upgrade, Black Rose.
Yeah, I'll take it. Thanks.
Black Rose equipped the Earth Sword. And now her weapon looks a little different.
Golden egg.
Ooh, nice. That'll be useful. Also, if you leave rooms like these and then go back in, these breakables will respawn. So if you really wanted to, you could just go in and out and keep breaking them to get a bunch of antidotes, restoratives, and basic healing items. So if you want to be over prepared, that's a good way to do it. Okay, yeah. If she has one, I can make her use one. Oh. Oh, that's not gonna be good. Woo! Uh-oh. Not good, not good. He really needed that. Okay, your wood element, I think. I don't have any earth, so... Yeah, that works. Okay.
Bloody egg. Bloody egg.
Oh, all of those missed. Okay. There we go. Hell yeah, Black Rose. Oh, come on.
Yeah?
I think we should be coming up on the God statue pretty soon. Ooh, 2 ways to go. I think the God statue is closer to the middle. Or maybe not. Hmm.
Bloody A!
Huh.
Bloody A!
No, I think I'm gonna go back to that path, see what's there. Two fights! Okay. Oh, crap! Oh, that's a lot. Oh, that's a lot of chicken hands. Oh, that's trouble. Sure, Tiger Claw. From you. I'll still take that one. Woo! Woo, that was close. But definitely. Ooh, hello. Oh, Black Rose! What is your armor? Damn, you already have it. Okay. Well, something to sell, I guess. Oh, come on. Valkyrie. And, yeah, nope. That's all the dungeon portals, so... There you go. Which means that is all enemies in this area. And the next room then should either be the God statue or the path to it. Well, I did say it had to be one or the other. Yeah, no, I'm gonna make a lot of decent money off of these. Oh, okay. Thanks for the Sprite Ocarina, I guess. Perfect timing, the room right before the God statue, so I could just use it to get the hell out. Grand Armor. Grunty Doll and Yellow Candy. Grand Armor is a level 13. Black Rose.
Yeah?
Here.
Yeah, I'll take it. Thanks.
Effectively double your level in terms of your body armor. And with that, we're done here. Now to do some shopping. Right. Items first. Let's see. Alright, I can sell that. I can sell that. Pretty much my gameplay loop with GU. I mean, this is pretty much the gameplay loop for the dot.hack games. At least with GU, you do get money for winning fights against enemies. Here, the only way to get money is to sell whatever you have. So if you want to make money, you have to go through dungeons and open chests and stuff. Try to max my level in every game early on. That's not really a smart idea, because the game is paced well. The games are paced well enough that you can beat the game without grinding. And the only reason you'd want to hit the level cap is to do the post-game super boss fights. Just how I wanted to play. Fair enough, but also just considering the levels of the areas you can access at various points in the game, trying to hit level cap super early on is going to be really difficult. Let's see. The Lovers is a really useful scroll because it inflicts charm. There's Confusion that does the same thing, but the difference between Charm and Confuse is Confusion. A confused target can still attack their intended target, while someone afflicted with Charm will only attack their allies. So Charm is just better Confusion. Let's see. 5 of you, 7 of you. You stay. Sleep. Sleep is not really that useful, I don't find. I need to keep the speed charms. Poison is useful for a bit. But what I definitely need in absurd abundance is fortune wires. And then grab 10 of you. And 10 of you. And that's not it. I don't have enough for Resurrects, but yeah, I'm gonna have to deal for a bit. I need to wait for better stuff to, or more stuff to sell for that. Fairy orbs are definitely incredibly useful. They're a lot more useful in these original games because they show the magic portals. Nothing new there, and I don't think there's anything new out here. Unless... no. Okay. That was a... well, that dungeon definitely took a bit. But I think before we continue on with the story, we're gonna take another quick break. And we're back. Now we can actually try to progress the story. And check out that area where someone said they saw Aura, supposedly. Alright, Black Rose, get back here.
Okay, here I come.
List. Expansive haunted sea of sand. Area posted on the board where the girl-like figure was witnessed. Whoa, that's freaky.
I came after reading the board, but the operator turned me back. I guess we can't play here.
Oh. Now for the gameplay loop. Also, do not mind the glitch effects. That is natural. Riggs time. Oh, hell yeah. Regen. Yeah, like they did a really good job making it look like the game was actually glitching out. Oh, hello. Oh, hey, look at that. Huh. That's strange, isn't it? Want to know the fun part? We can go up there. That is where the super boss of this volume is. And we're gonna go fight it. Eventually. If I had all these fortune wires back in that dungeon, I would have had so much more stuff I could sell for money. I thought I heard it flying around again. Sandals, I think that's light armor, so... yeah. Not really for Kite. Yeah, I hear it. Oh, there's the shadow. Come on. I know I saw it. Must have just missed it. Yeah, no. In certain areas, that thing can just show up in the sky. Also, SP regen. Hell yeah. Now I can get SP back faster, so I can be much more liberal with using my skills and healing. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, more melon.
Oh, no melons! More crunchy food.
Oh, more melon.
The grunty foods may look a little weird, but I mean, they have their own charm. Oh! Oh, there's 3 of you. Okay. There we go. Okay. Fuck Cruz. There we go. Right. Antidote. Okay, magic attack up. That. Some of the grunty foods, though, get absolutely wild. Ooh, hello. Heavy armor, okay. I think, yeah, okay. More stuff to sell. I mean, hey, more stuff to sell just means I can get more stuff. Okay. Those goblin mages are absolutely getting annoying. Alright, more money. Oh, hey, there it is again. And the really fun part is every volume of the original games has something like that. In certain areas, if you look up in the sky, you will basically see the area for that volume super boss. The one exception is Quarantine. Because, story-wise, the original .hack games conclude around Christmas. So, for Quarantine, instead of the Super Boss area flying in the sky at random times, you see Santa Claus. It's just a fun thing.
Oh, man.
Is it a seasonal thing like you play on Christmas? No, that's just how it works. Santa is just what you see flying in the sky in Quarantine. Because in universe, like it's supposed to be around Christmas at that time.
Oh, man.
So basically, you save the world in time for Christmas. So they just make it a thing of like, oh hey, yeah, sure, let's just sneak Santa Claus flying to the sky at random. Huh. I thought there were 3 there. Guess there was only 2. And I think... Nope, there's still one left. Hmm? No, I thought I saw something moving on there. And all field portals. Oh, that missed. Okay. Try again. There we go. And up guns. Okay, Earth Element up. Now, where the heck is the dungeon? I'm sure I'll find it. If I just keep going in one direction, I'll find it eventually.
Oh, man.
Well. Okay, there's the Spring of Mist, so the dungeon shouldn't be too far. Up a need. Okay, I think that's Darkness Element. And there's the dungeon. Now we start getting into the really interesting stuff. Where things actually start to get a little out of hand.
Thank you for playing The World. This area is currently unstable and not functioning properly due to corrupted data configurations. Please return to the field immediately and gate out to the town.
No, if I give up now, I'll never be able to help him. I must continue on.
Yeah, that's not much of a warning. And unlike the last dungeon we were in, this one is also falling apart slightly. Because now you can see parts of the game code. So something's definitely going on here. Oh, heck yeah, AppCorv. Ooh, that was a good one.
What?
Oh, no. Sorry, Black Rose, I did not mean to talk to you there. Maybe if I actually find something you can use. Nice. Ooh, guard cap. Oh yeah, that is a straight upgrade. There we go. Big empty room. Yep. So here is another big gimmick of the original dot.hack games. Any dungeons that are like this, that have the entrance to a room with this purple fog is a special kind of boss fight. Once you go into it and fight the boss, and you clear that part of the story, you are ejected back out into town. Which means if there's a god statue past this point, like the map shows, you're gonna have to go back into the area and go back through the dungeon to reach it. There are some instances where you can reach the god statue before doing these rooms because they're on a branched path, but most of the time they're going to be cases like these where the god statue is past the boss fight room, so you're going to be SOL. Make sure you get everything before doing the bosses, pretty much. But again, if the god statue is past the room that the boss is in, you're going to have to do another run. A data bug? I need a data drain to defeat it. So, these enemies, the data bugs. Oh! Well, good thing I have some of these. They are really strong. They are incredibly strong! And they actually do have infinite HP. You can see things changing, but their meter's not going down. You have to data drain them when they protect break, because then they lose their data bug status and they become normal monsters. And then you can actually beat them like normal. Viral infection has spread. You now have virus core C. And now we can just absolutely wail on it. But it's still pretty strong. Because it is a boss for this place. And there we go.
Wow! Cool!
And now we get to meet one of the best characters in the game. But then again, the original dot.hack games have a lot of really cool characters. With one exception that I will get to when we get to it. When we get to her.
I can't believe you defeated the monster by rewriting its data! How did you do that?
Love her even in Legend. So here's the thing, Biomega. That isn't her in Legend of the Twilight Bracelet. That is her daughter. Mistral... Mistral is a pregnant wife. She acts like a child just because she's very excitable.
Oh! Did I hit a nerve? Should I keep my mouth shut?
Rare items? Yeah. Mistress like that too. She is a rare item hunter. She specifically hunts down for any items that have the rare tag on them, which, as the name suggests, are incredibly difficult to get a hold of.
I came because I read a post about it on the board and it sounded interesting. But this place looks so weird. Even if the data is corrupted, it's too weird.
The downside, though, is because of how Mistral presents herself, a lot of people think she's a child. Until she reveals later on that, no, she's a housewife.
Well, anyway, it seems strange things have been happening everywhere in the world.
She just really liked the cutesy look.
Ever since the server failure, it's all going downhill. There's something going on.
The server failure that Mistral is talking about is what happened at the end of the dot.hack sign anime. So, if you want to find out what happened there, I'd suggest checking out the anime dot.hack sign. It does a really good job of leading into the games, but thankfully you don't need to watch dot.hack sign to know what's going on in the games. Each entry of the dot.hack series is perfectly fine as standalone, but if you experience the expanded media, things make a lot more sense. The other way around, though. Honestly, I can still say the same for the other way around, because the way I started with dot.hack is I did start with the dot.hack sign anime, but I did not know that it was more than that until the dot.hack GU games. That was my second entry, and that was how I learned about the original games, and then from there I found out about everything else. So it's perfectly fine if you like started with GU and then start working your way backwards, because then it's like, oh, now stuff in GU makes a lot more sense.
What? Oh, damn it!
And Kite's just like, what's she getting upset for? There's nothing over there.
I burned dinner.
That's our Mistral.
Oh well, gotta go. Oh, I almost forgot. Invite me to your party next time. Let's do this again, Kay?
And now, we have a healer with our first Wave Master. Here's the thing, though. Mistral's AI is coded to be an absolute nuke. She prefers to attack rather than heal. And right into our next friend.
He of fair eyes.
Hi, Pyros.
Huh?
I trust your eyes. I have a favor to ask. A player I know is being harassed by a wicked monster in Delta Indiscreet Gluttonous Pilgrimage.
That's a different Pyros. It's just a different design Pyros. It's still the same Pyros. Kind of. He's not a graphic designer yet, but he is fully committed to the bit of being a role player. Same kind of class, though. You're not wrong. He is a heavy axe in the world R1.
I will vanquish the wicked monster, and I want you to bear witness.
Also, the fact his armor looks like a frog's face is just perfect.
You will do that for me?
Well...
You will? I knew you would say that. Oh, good.
No matter what you pick, Pyros assumes that you will join him.
I will be waiting for you at Delta Indiscreet Gluttonous Pilgrimage. This will be good.
Pyros is a very unique individual. And I don't just mean that in his character. He has a very, very specific gimmick when you eventually get him as a party member. And I definitely will show that off when we get to that, but oh boy. it's a treat. I know a lot of people who find it annoying, but it's just so good. Let's sell the sandals, sell the greaves, sell the nomads, hoods, because I have better. Sell the leather armors. Huh. Right, that won't really help. The rest of that is fine. Let's see. I currently have 10, I currently have 6. I do need to refresh on those. I actually think 6 is fine for the resurrects. Yeah, no, I think that's fine. In that case... here we go. Assassin. Gives us Saber Dance back, but has the added effect of possibly inflicting near death. It's still a complete upgrade, but if the near death procs, it's an easier time to kill things. And since we have Mistral's member address, we can now go with a full party. She's also, unfortunately, at level 1. Thankfully, though, anyone that is not in your active party will still gain experience, albeit at a reduced rate. So even if we just went with Black Rose, Mistral would still slowly gain additional experience. But, I mean, we're gonna need a healer. So may as well run through this and see what this absolute doofus is up to.
Is Pyros in the dungeon?
Do you need you to have them in the party? That is, to get experience, that is actually not true. In GU, they also will still gain a reduced amount of experience as while you get experience. It's only like, I think, 20 to 25% of the experience you get will everyone else will get. So it's still a very reduced rate, but it's still, they will still get experience. Also, want to know a fun fact? The Final Fantasy XIV Rogue and Ninja class, their idling animations and run animations are pretty much identical to the Twin Blade from .hack. Not only that, the Final Fantasy XIV Rogue and Ninja also dual wield like daggers and short swords, just like the Twin Blade. So it's just like, oh, I'm gonna take to this so easily. Hell, I even mained the ninja for my playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV, going from A Realm Reborn all the way up to 5.3 of Shadowbringers. Entirely because I saw how similar the model animations were, and I was like, oh, please tell me I can make it look like Kite. Short answer, yes. Long answer, you can look like a lot of dot.hack characters in Final Fantasy XIV. Face guard. I think that's for... Yeah. Oh, that's a level 8. Oh. Hey, Black Rose.
Yeah?
Take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. Thanks.
No, hang on, Mistral. Yeah, every time you open a chest, Mistral will ask, will usually ask either, if it's a cool item, can I have it, or if it's a rare item. Because again, rare item hunter. I thought I used the antidote on myself. Ooh, a curing sword. That's definitely good for Black Rose. Because it gives... Actually, no, she already has breath, I think. Oh,
Yeah,
whatever.
I'll take it. Thanks.
Actually, hold on. Sword. Okay, never mind. Oh, wait, no! I know what that... Okay, I know what happened. And I can't force her to change weapons. Great. Yeah, no, I think I got rid of her Calamity skill. Whoops. Sorry, Black Rose, you're gonna have to play backup healer. Mistral, you could have targeted that on me because I'm the one who needs it, but alright, whatever. Let's see. Right. Well. Well, not key items. Yeah, it's definitely getting to a point where we're getting a lot stronger than the monsters on the field. You get back here! Get out of here. There we go. This should be the last portal. No, that wasn't all portals open. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm running out of antidotes. Oh, I see another portal. Oh, I see another portal after this. Okay. Oh, hello.
Root vegetable.
Root vegetable. More grunty food. That's still not the last one? Wow. Oh, there it is. All field portals. Hell yeah. Raining rocks. And... that's my last antidote. Well, time to head to the dungeon and look for Pyros. And honestly, Pyros is a lot funnier in these original games. Where are they meeting? I guess I'll just go down. In the GU games, he's definitely voiced better, given that much, and definitely given a much more what the hell is the word I'm looking for? Much more energetic in the GU games. Eccentric, I think is the word I'm looking for. But like, he definitely plays up his insanity, for lack of a better word, right now in the GU games. But a lot of he's not really in GU all that often. He's largely in GU just as more or less to be a nod to the original games, because he's literally the exact same character. But a lot of the stuff that he gets up to in the original games is actually just that good. Let's see, steel cap. Oh, that's level 6, so I can give that to Mistral. Oh, yeah, you only need one.
Thanks. I'll take it.
Oh, you already have it. Okay. Well, all right then. Well, now we know where we can find well waters if we ever want to grind those out. Because there's, what, 2 characters who want, like, 50 each for trades? So, yeah. I'll get rid of you first. Get out of here. Uh-oh. And Mistral's down. Okay. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Revive me or I'll haunt you! Ah, Mistral. I think I want to hit you with... Yep. Alright, Mage Soul for Mistral.
Golden egg. Yeah? Rep.
Okay, I know what I can use. I mean, it worked. There we go. Okay. Another curing sword that I can sell for decent money.
Amateur egg.
Oh, hey, immature egg. Ooh, okay. Okay. Yeah, so that boss is now a regular enemy already.
Amateur egg.
And he hits pretty damn hard.
Rep.
Thankfully, these weapons have that death effect, so if it manages to proc, that can drop him pretty quickly. Okay. Oh no! There we go. Oh, good thing I found some more antidotes. Okay. Well, for good luck. Okay. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's near death going into effect. That black cloud with, well, death appearing on screen. Yeah, that's the effect going off and just nearly dropping him. I think it drops them by 90%.
Golden egg.
Yeah, like, equipment with the death added effect is really good in a lot of cases. Because it's just like, oh, hey, I don't care how much HP you have, you're now down to 10%. Alright. I think... Now, okay, so this is the other example that I was talking about. Well, once we get out of here. Uh-oh. Go! Although not necessarily to the same effect, because that smoke isn't at the entrance, but the room beyond here is going to be the boss fight. If I went in there now, I'd be immediately ejected out and wouldn't be able to get the god statue from this room. Mountain guard, grunty doll, and a rainbow card. Let's see. Plate armor, right, and mountain guard. Okay, so that's just two things for you. All right, take the plate armor.
Yeah, I'll take it. Thanks.
You received it, you didn't equip it. Why?
Yeah? What's...
Oh, did I already give you one? Damn it. Well, I'll take the mountain guard.
Yeah, I'll take it. Thanks.
And there you go. And one more room. Oh, hi, Hellhound. Oh, yeah, no, you heard a lot. Oh boy. Oh, okay, kite. Mistral, where are you? You've got water! One little girl and boy character. If you get the boy an item, he could equip it. Oh, Sakubo. Specifically Saku and Bo. Yeah! Yeah, and then thankfully, GU Volume 3 does actually give Saku some character development if you chose to go that route, because you actually have the option to tell her to get the fuck out and she leaves the game forever. Oh, this thing.
He of fair eyes, bear witness.
Told her to come back. Everyone should. Like, yeah, Saku's a little brat who's obsessed with entrance and jealous that entrance, that you have entrance's attention. And so she's just lashing out, but her story is really freaking good. So absolutely, for Bo's sake, you absolutely need to make sure she stays. Feel like I'd be missing stuff if I didn't. And Bo needs her? Yeah, absolutely.
I am quite a new man today. You think you can defeat me? Reveal your true powers!
Is he all right?
Yeah, like, so we're seeing from this thing has a regen effect.
I better help him.
Stay back!
So there's no way Pyros is beating this on his own. Best way to deal with it? Actually, no. Your earth elements. Actually, wait, duh. I have a wood element. Mistral, do you have? No, you have earth. Crap. Mistral, first aid. Actually, wait. Yeah, you regen. Get poison. Can I not poison you? Crap. I could Diddy Drain it just to get rid of it, but it's almost dead anyway. Get back here. There we go.
That was quite refreshing. You may take the plunder.
Meteor Strike.
Oh, thank you.
No need to thank me. I have a feeling we will yet meet again. Until that day, farewell. May the stars shine until the end of your journey.
And Pyros' member address. This is gonna get fun. What was that? Oh well. I got his member address, so maybe I'll invite him. And immediately booted back out. And honestly, I do think that's a good bit of progress. Granted, outside of... Uh-oh. Hold on. Yeah, controller just disconnected for a bit. Aside from the bit in Huelgrand's Cathedral, not a whole lot... Well... Oh, hey! Look at that! You have new mail. Well, I may as well save again. So outside of the Huelgrand's Cathedral with Black Rose and Balmung, not really any real progress on plot stuff. But we did get Mistral and Pyros to join as potential party members. So next time, we'll check out that email and see where things go. Until then, this has been the Azure Guardian. See ya.